let me go ahead and get started. Peace and power, family. It's your brother Matreya Isaac, also known as Shane the Artist, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of the Rebellious Rhymer Podcast. That's right, family. Black conservatism without the buck dancing, yo. So, like I said earlier in this live, my father, Mr. Neil Brooks, is a good man. You know, he's a great man. Great father, all of that good stuff, man. So we, from time to time, we send text messages to each other that are political. You know, we talk about politics. He's more on the left-leaning side, of course. And I'm definitely more center-right. Not extreme right, but more like a center-right with my views. Now, first and foremost, let me state this: I don't claim any political party. Okay, I don't claim any political party. I'm not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I don't claim any political party at all. Okay, I'm down with whatever party is down to give us what we ask for and what we need. Who's coming up off of the tangibles for Black people? Who's coming off of the tangibles? Who's coming off of what our demands? Whether Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. If you come in off of what our demands, whether Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. If you come in with our demands, then we're gonna rock with you. We're gonna vote for you as a block, as a voting block, and that's probably the biggest voting block in this country. Black people have a reputation for normally voting the same in one huge block. That's why the black vote is so important. When they talk about the swing states and all of that stuff, they're talking about mostly those Democratic run states, mostly the states with large population of Black Americans. They're mostly talking about that because Black folks have the ability to push a candidate over the edge. You get what I'm saying? So my dad asked me a question via text message, and he asked me, name 10 reasons why you support Donald Trump. So I told him that I was going to answer that question with a video. So this live is going to be that video, okay? So this is basically going to be a discourse for my dad. Okay? So I'm going to be sharing this video with my dad. Stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to let you guys know that why me as a Black man, why did I vote for Donald Trump? Because supposedly, Black people we're not supposed to vote Trump for Trump. We're supposed to hate Trump, and we're supposed to vote blue no matter who. Right? We're supposed to be on this Democratic train, and we're supposed to ride that train till the wheels fall off, even though that train is not providing us with any services, none whatsoever, right? We're still supposed to give them our undivided attention and provide for them our vote blindly for nothing in exchange, okay? And I am the one to believe that voting is supposed to be a quid pro quo. All right, voting is supposed to be quid pro quo. Okay, I give you something, you give me something. You give me something, I give you something. One hand washes the other. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You get what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we even do that, I would like to tell you about my brand new partners, Dubby, which is an energy drink. I will provide a link to the website. But if you go to Dubby.com and make a purchase and you use my code RRP Dubby. If you use my promo code RRP you can get yourself a 10% discount on whatever purchase that you make, okay? So that's Dubby.com with using the promo code RRP and try the products, you'll love them, okay? Hey, hush up. Oh man, my cats, man. I have 4 animals in this house. They all get on my damn nerves. I ain't gonna even lie to you. All of them. I got 2 dogs and I have 2 cats. And you hear my cat back there whining and crying in the damn background, getting on my everlasting nerves. But anyway, so the title of this live is why did I vote for Trump? So let's talk about it. Why did me as a black man, why in the world did I vote for Donald Trump? Okay. First, let me state this. I am not necessarily a Trump supporter. I'm definitely not a MAGA guy. Okay. I'm not going to wear no MAGA hats. I'm not a diehard Trumper or whatever you want to call it. I just felt that he was the right man for the right job compared to the other choices that we had. As far as the presidency is concerned, right? So I felt that Trump was the best man for the job, point blank, period. That's it. And there's reasons why I felt that he was the right man for the job. So like I said, I'm no super duper MAGA guy or none of that stuff. I'm not no hardcore Trumper. I am a conservative, but I'm not a far right-leaning conservative, right? I don't use conservatism as a shield to attack my own community. I don't do that. I try to shed a different light on black conservatism because a lot of black conservatives have a really bad reputation for using conservatism to, like I said, attack their own community. And that's not what my conservatism is about, okay? If anything, I use my conservatism to help my community. Okay? So, and before I even continue, share this podcast, share this live, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Rebellious Rhymer Podcast on YouTube. Smash the like button, subscribe, and comment on this live, okay? Comment on my videos. Like I said, share, like, and subscribe. Okay, so here are some of the reasons why me as a black man, why I voted for Trump, okay? Since I get all these attacks, I had somebody jump on my page today and call me an Uncle Tom and all of this. And I'm going to tell you, I don't play that you go low, I go high game. I'm not going to play that. There's only so much disrespect that I can take before I start dishing that disrespect back out to you. Okay? I can be very petty. So if you want to get your ass roasted, you want to get flamed up, if you jump on my page with the disrespect, you're going to get flamed up, son. It's just like that. You're going to get flamed up. And most of these people that's talking trash to me because I voted for Trump or I have conservative views as a black man, I look at them, I look at their page, and they all pretty much, for the most part, they weak looking folks, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna even touch that or even go there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and run it down because I don't want to stay on live too long. I just wanted to jump in here for a minute and give my opinions and give the reasonings as to why I voted for Donald Trump. And this is necessary. This is for my father, okay? And I'm going to be sending this video to him. Okay, don't forget to send me, I would never demand you or require you, but, if you would find it in your heart to send me some hearts or some gifts or something like that, I would really appreciate that, okay? If you rock with what I'm talking about, then follow me on this TikTok, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and let's get into it, okay? First and foremost, one of the main reasons why I voted for Trump, okay? Let's just say reason number one. Although these things that I'm going to name, these reasons that I'm naming, they're not in a specific order, okay? They're not necessarily in this order, but I'm just going to name them in this particular order. All right, so one of the main reasons why I voted for Trump, okay, is number one, mass deportation. I voted for mass deportation. And I'm going to tell you why. The influx of illegal immigrants in this past 4 years has been detrimental to the black community. You understand what I'm saying? They pushing us out of jobs, job markets. They pushing us out of certain neighborhoods, helping us to be gentrified. They're sending their very worst, the criminal class, along with, I'm not saying that all of these immigrants are the criminal class, but they are sending a lot of their criminal class along with the rest of these illegal immigrants. I feel that the Democratic Party are trying to replace the black Americans with illegal immigrants. They fight for illegal immigrants. They speak on behalf of the illegal immigrants. They go hard for immigrants. And they completely and totally ignore our plight as black Americans. They ignore our plight. And I feel that they are really trying to replace us with immigrants. And they're definitely trying to replace the black vote, which they realize they are losing. And they really do not have no more like that, because if they did, then they would have won this presidency, right? So they are trying to replace the black vote with illegal immigrant votes. That's why they are fighting for that so harshly. And it's just not working, okay? It's just not working. So one of the main reasons, and I'm going to say reason number one, as to why I voted for Donald Trump, is because I knew that he was going to do this mass deportation. And that is, whether black people believe it or not, that is helping you. That is helping us out. That is freeing up the job market. That is freeing up funding that can go to reopening black schools. That's funding that can go to our reparations claims. That's funding that can go to refunding HBCUs, all types of things, man. That money can go to the American people first before it should go to any illegal immigrants, okay? So bravo and kudos to Donald Trump for this mass deportation. I'm in full support of it, okay? All right, so that's reason number one, all right? Mass deportations. All right, reason number two. Donald Trump has exonerated more black men than I've ever seen any other president. I mean, your Kodak Blacks and your 21 Savages and who was that? Larry Hoover and, a bunch of people that we don't know that aren't celebrities. The 90% of the people and their sentence that's been reduced were black Americans. 90% of those people whose sentences got reduced were black Americans. Okay, so man, TikTok with this bullshit. I don't want to hear that misinformation. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that TikTok. TikTok get on my last damn nerves. Anyways, whatever you want to do, do it. I don't give a damn about that and them threats and all of that. But anyways, so mass deportation. Okay, that's reason number one why I chose to vote for Trump. And like I said, reason number two is the exoneration. 90% of the exonerations were of black people, black descent, restoring black families, reversing some of the damages that the Democrats have done with their three strikes bill and with their mass incarceration and all of that stuff that Joe Biden's three strikes bill that he wrote. The Biden's law, people don't never mention that. Bill Clinton signed off on it. And then they go turn around and blame the black church crowd and say, well, they're the ones who wanted it. They're the ones who voted for it. Yeah, you know what? You might be right. And that's why we do not look towards the black church for leadership. We do not look towards the talented 10th for leadership. We do not look towards the boule, the black bourgeoisie class. We do not look towards them for leadership. We do not look towards the civil rights generation for leadership, because a lot of them sold their souls to the Democratic Party for crumbs on the table. Okay, so that's reason number two, the exonerations and the majority of those people being black. All right. Reason number three, I like the fact that Trump is anti-establishment. Even though he is his own establishment, he is his own entity. You know, he's a businessman and stuff like that. I've never seen a president where Democrats and Republicans and the majority of the damn government is after this man, trying to bring this man down. You don't get that type of reaction by playing your cards right, and being a good old boy and a do boy for the corporations. You don't get that type of reaction. So I really appreciate the fact that Trump is anti-establishment. You know, like I said, even though he is establishment all within on his own, but there's a lot of people, the puppeteers, so to speak, the shadow government, those who stay hidden and they make moves with their pockets, right? They don't like Donald Trump. They don't like Trump. They say he's too off the cuff. He's too wild with his politics and things like that, and they don't like Trump. So if they don't like Trump, that makes me like Trump. All right. So that's another reason why I voted for Trump, is because he's anti-establishment and he is hated on by a lot of Democrats as well as Republicans. Okay. And he doesn't play the game their way. He played the game his way. I respect that about him. Okay. So let's talk about reason number, what was that? Reason 2. Okay. Let's talk about reason number, I think we're on 4 now, right? And if we're not on 4, you just forgive me, but this is where we're going. Okay. But I really do like the fact of some of his programs, like Ready to Work initiative. All right. He has the Ready to Work initiative, which employs former inmates. That helps the Black community out a lot. The Ready to Work initiative, it helps release prisoners gain meaningful employment. Also helping to restore Black families. Okay, whether Black people choose to see this or not, you don't have to like the man. You can say that he's racist. You can say all of that stuff. And, you know, a lot of that is true. You might be right. You know, but I don't look, the way I see it, all of these politicians are racist. So get what you can get out of it. You see what I'm saying? So Black people benefit more from a Trump policy, from a Trump administration, that we've benefited in the last 4 years from Biden administration. And I said it. Okay? We are benefiting, whether you choose to see it or not, whether you choose to believe it or not, we are benefiting as Black people more from the Trump presidency than we've received from the Democrats within the last 10 years, 10, 15, 20 years. Okay? And that's just what it is, man. So that's reason number 4, the Ready to Work initiative, employing former inmates, helping them get jobs and stuff like that, helping them restore their dignity, their self-respect, helping them be able to get back in the groove of things to help them take care of their families. I can respect that about Trump. I don't see any type of programs from the Democrats like that. All I see from Democrats is lock them up, super predators, 3 strikes rule, mass incarceration, all pushed by the Democratic Party. All pushed by the Democratic Party. Okay? All right? That's all pushed by the Democratic Party. So, reason number 5 why I chose to vote for Trump and why I respect Trump as far as some of the policies that he is doing to help the Black community. Ice Cube wrote a what is it called? It is called the CWBA, Contract with Black America. Okay, this is something that Ice Cube and Ice Cube's people drafted up, right? Is a list of different things that the government can do to help the Black community close that wealth gap that's been systematically placed on us. The wealth gap is so far between the Black community and other communities because of systematic racism. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not talking about victimhood and playing the victim. We are victims, Black people are victims of systematic racism. Yes, we are. As a black conservative, I will tell you that black people are victims of systematic racism. Ice Cube came up with a plan to help close that wealth gap. And this was during Trump's last administration, right? His last run. Donald Trump saw Ice Cube and met with him and went over that plan. Now, he probably borrowed some stuff from it, with his platinum plan. He borrowed some stuff from it and stuff like that. But the point that I'm making is, at least Donald Trump saw Ice Cube to discuss this with him. The Democrats didn't even want to see Ice Cube. They didn't even see him. Joe Biden said, help me get into office and then I'll see you. He won the presidency. And did he have Ice Cube over to talk about that plan for Black America? No, he did not. Democrats wouldn't even see Ice Cube with his plan. And not only that, you had your COON Boule class attacking Ice Cube because they're calling him a Trump supporter just because Donald Trump was the only one who was willing to see him about his plan and discuss it. I can't do nothing but respect that, family. So reason number 5 why I voted for Trump. He was the only president to see Ice Cube to discuss this CWBA contract with Black America initiative written by Ice Cube and his team. Okay. So reason number 6 why I chose to vote for Donald Trump as a black man. Donald Trump said out of his own mouth, and I'm going to show the video.
African Americans built this nation. We built this nation. You're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to you built the nation.
Donald Trump said out of his own mouth that FBA's Black Americans built this nation and that they are just now receiving credit for it. And they built it. He said, we all built it, but they built the majority of it. And they get little to no credit for building this nation, which is true. Black people built this country. We built the economy of this country with 400 years of unpaid labor, blood, sweat, and tears of my FBA ancestors. Built this country. I don't remember any other president ever saying anything remotely close to that. Okay, and that's something that the establishment definitely does not like, for Donald Trump to say something like that. But he said it. He said it. And he's not lying. He's telling the truth. And, I appreciate that. So, yes, reason number 6. Donald Trump says out of his own mouth that Black Americans built this country. I got to respect that. Got to respect that. Okay? Got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? And that's for damn sure I got to respect that. Mass deportations directly benefit foundational Black Americans because you're opening up more jobs, you're freeing the job market, you're freeing up more capital that can go to Black neighborhoods, that can go to recreation centers, Black youth, educational centers, stuff like that. So, much respect for that. Okay. What else was that? 6. Okay, reason number 7. Reason number 7. With Donald Trump in his last presidency, we received not 1, not 2, but I think 3 stimulus checks. It wasn't for much, it was a couple $1,000 or whatever, but it helped. It helped. And I can appreciate that. I don't remember getting anything like that from Trump. Now, I don't beg nobody for nothing. I work for my living. I live in this big, beautiful house here in Houston, Texas. I pay the cost to be the boss. I pay the bills. I take care of my family. I handle my business. So this is not like some begging type of situation that I'm talking about. But the fact that he sent checks to the American people, and that he's planning on sending checks again from the dividends from the tariffs, promising the $2,000 checks. You got a lot of people saying that he's lying, he's not going to do it. I actually believe that the man is going to come through with those $2,000 checks. I believe that he's going to come through with those checks. So I appreciate that. And that's another reason why I chose to vote for him. Okay. Like I said, I believe that he's going to come through with those checks. And I'll take it. I'll take a $2,000 check. Give it to me. And if you want to complain about Donald Trump, you don't like Donald Trump, he's a racist. He's all this. He's on the Epstein list and all that stuff. If you don't want your $2,000 check, I tell you what, I'm going to drop you my address in your DM. You send me your check. I'll take it for you. Okay. I'll take it for you. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. If you don't support Trump, you don't support the president of the United States, you don't want the money, which I know he's going to send. I have a feeling that he's not lying about this and that he's going to send that money. He's going to come through with these dividends from these tariffs. Okay. I believe that he's going to come through. And if he don't, big deal, whatever, but I think that he will come through. And for that reason, I support that. All right. Like it or not, the man is inadvertently helping the black community. I'm going to repeat that again. Like it or not, like him or not, the man is inadvertently helping out the black community. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it, okay? I'm all here for it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the exonerations. Trump had the support of the black community back in the days. A lot of y'all are not old enough to remember when the black community supported Trump. I'm a big hip hop head. You know how many hip hoppers mention Donald Trump in their music? Hell, Wu-Tang Clan and Onyx, they got a song called Black Trump. Nelly talking about, let me in, Donald Trump, let me in there. So many people. He was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, this stuff is just, side notes. It's not necessarily why I voted for him, because I understand how people pander to the black community and stuff like that. Whatever, but I'm just naming a few reasons why me as a black man, why I chose to vote for Donald Trump. And like I said before, the main reason why I voted for Donald Trump is because I knew that he was not lying and that he was going to get these disrespectful immigrants up out of here. Okay? Because I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm tired of the undermining. I'm tired of these immigrants coming here getting the leg up due to the fight that us FBAs put up, okay, including the 14th Amendment, giving you the ability to bring your babies here and anchor your babies here in this country, just to get a leg up in society and get into political office, just to undermine us and to tell us to get over slavery and to tell us that we're not going to get reparations. Send their ass home. Send them home. If you're not going to come here and play ball with the people who built this country, you don't need to be here. You don't need to be here. So, and I am glad that Donald Trump is rounding y'all asses up and sending you up out of here. Sending you up out of here. I have no issue with that. Kudos to Donald Trump for sending y'all asses up out of here for being disrespectful. Well, that's not why he's sending y'all out, but that's the reason why I enjoy seeing y'all get y'all monkey ass snatched up out of here. I enjoy it. Oh, that's hateful. That's hateful. You a black man. You're supposed to put on the cape. You're supposed to save everybody. You're supposed to love everybody. You're supposed to, you know what? Putting on the cape and saving everybody and loving everybody is what got us in the position that we're in now. Going all the way back to ancient Kemet. Okay? Letting in the Greeks, letting in the Romans, teaching them how to read, teaching them how to write, teaching them teaching them the manuscripts, giving them access to, Waset Timbuktu and the libraries and all of that stuff, giving them access to all of that, teaching them things. We done gave too many people too much of us for too long and got nothing in return. We are steadily pouring into other groups of people's cup, and they do not pour back into our cup. And I, for one, am getting tired of that. I, for one, am getting tired of that. Here's another reason why I support this Trump presidency. This recent government shutdown, right? You had these Democrats with all these crazy demands. They want to send money here, send money there, send money for LGBT propaganda in Uganda, send money for all kind of crazy stuff, man. $200 billion in free health care for illegal immigrants, while we got homeless people out here struggling. So Republicans put that to a halt, said, no, we're not going to sign off on this. Okay, so the Democrats say, well, we're going to shut the government down until you give in. Until you give in. And, I'm glad that the government is back open and people are back working again. Government employees are back getting paid again. TSA workers, they were working for free during that time. And, a lot of them, they got a $10,000 incentive and stuff like that. So that's good. That's good. I don't know if I could have been coming to work for free though, family. I don't know. I just couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't have done that. But more power to them. More power to them that the government is back open. But the Democrats were the reason why the government shut down in the first place, with those crazy demands of trying to send out all this money to all these different foreign countries and stuff like that. And I'm just not having that. That's just not something that we need to be on. We don't need to be on that. But yeah, family. Another reason why I chose to vote for Donald Trump, the opportunity zones, right? Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that the opportunity zones benefited black people only, but it did benefit some of us. So some of us did benefit from that. Created businesses and stuff like that through these opportunity zones. That's looking out for the American people. I can respect that. Okay? So, yeah, that's another reason why I supported them. Now, to be totally honest with you, and this is going back to the question that my dad asked me, as far as give me 10 reasons why you support Donald Trump. And I'm not gonna come up with 10 reasons, because to be honest with you, I don't need 10 reasons. And one of the main reasons, other than the mass deportation, one of the main reasons why I support Trump is because I cannot stand the Democrats that much, to the point to where they made me go and vote for Trump. They forced me to go and vote for Trump because the Democratic Party is just way too horrendous towards the black community. So it's not the fact that I love Trump so much, but it's more of the fact that I can't stand them damn Democrats. I can't stand them. I see a few people in the room. I'm gonna give y'all give a quick shout out to some folks in the room. Shaka Jet, I see you. Peace and power. Casme 5125. Appreciate you joining. Ken Chaser 76. Peace and power. Me, myself, and I. Peace and power. Adriana, I appreciate the likes. Anna Hernandez, I appreciate you joining in. Adriana, what's going on? Harzel Sierra, Solutions LLC, thanks for joining. Prayer Boy Tone, thanks for joining. That FBA lady, I appreciate you joining. And and everybody else that came up in the room, I appreciate you joining the live. Okay, I appreciate the hearts, appreciate the likes, appreciate that family, appreciate those hearts, appreciate those likes. I support Donald Trump because he is not afraid to speak his mind. He's not a empty suit robot. He's off the cuff, all right, and sometimes unpredictable. And I can appreciate that. But like I said, he stuck to his word. He said that he was going to do this mass deportation, and he's doing it, family. He's doing it. And you can get mad at me all you want for appreciating that. You can get mad all you want, but a lot of y'all had that coming, man. A lot of y'all had that coming. A lot of you are way too disrespectful. You come into this country with way too much disrespect towards foundational Black Americans. We are the architects of this nation, built this nation. We are the reason why you are able to flee from your homeland and come here in the first place. I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap this up in a bit because I wasn't planning on staying on long. Like I said, I wanted to make a video to give my dad some of the reasons why I voted for Donald Trump. Okay, I think I've named enough reasons, but like I said, the main reason is the mass deportation because we need to clean out some of this space and get some of these resources flowing back to the Black community, to the American population, period, the Black, and particularly Black Americans. Yeah, I advocate for my own people. That I do. Foundational Black Americans. I advocate for my own people. I wish the best to all Americans. I do. But I'm Black first. B1, family. I'm Black first. All right? So, like I said, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Rebellious Rhymer Podcast on YouTube. Share this live. Share this live, family. Don't forget to send your hearts and your gifts and everything. I can get on about my business and I can keep it pushing and enjoy the rest of my night and the rest of my weekend and get ready for my baby boy's birthday tomorrow because he's turning 4. And I can't wait for his little gifts to get here and stuff like that. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some cake and we're going to enjoy ourselves as my young man turns 4 years old. Okay. And I'm glad he's up there asleep now too, because usually he comes and interrupts my live and say hi to the family out there. That's good. Anyways, family, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate you guys joining this live. This has been another episode of the Rebellious Rhymer Podcast. I am your host, Shane the Artist. I would like to thank you for stopping by. And remember, the revolution starts with you. All right? All right. Peace and power.